Oh, thank you, David. Move the mic closer to Wes and boost Pridge's volume. Will do.
Chad, if you like, I can also get more up close and personal with Zach.
I don't like this.
But you know the chat. You know the chat does.
Yeah, the chat definitely does. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Ace Attorney with an actual lawyer. I'm Wes, and this is Wes. Oh, okay, I see. That's good. And of course, we have our actual lawyer, Pridge.
One is the loneliest number.
Oh,
but there's three of us, so it's okay.
okay. It made me feel bad. I was like, Pridge, we can fly you down. If you like this stream, you can catch it live on twitch.tv/SaveDataTeam every Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you want to support us on Patreon, you can do that as well, just like the wonderful people you're about to hear about in this song.
Take it away.
Thank 'em, gotta thank 'em all. Gotta thank 'em all, our Patreons. Vagabond, Les, Bandicoot Commando, Cud, Dave, Shadanabi, and Sofino, HSM, Ern, Sunayama, Antelester, Kevin, Asian, and Alucha. Shout out to Jacob Bell, 73. Don't forget Nicola, Mystic, Woody. Dessert Boy Man, Jadwap, Rick Rat, Katja, Traveling in a Box, and Snowcat. Alex, Forensic Back, Fofilla, Archaeopter, Rigadee, and Sabilla. Thank 'em, gotta thank 'em all. Gotta thank 'em all, our Patreons. Wes is twerking at me right now. Thank you for that.
I can't wait till we can get.
I can't wait till we have so many Patreons that we have to extend the Poke Rap by like 10 minutes.
I'll figure something else out at that point, you know.
I can't wait till we get Beyonce to sing that.
Oh God, yeah.
Next month donation goal, several hundreds of thousands of dollars, so we can get Beyonce to do the
Pridge,
Patreon,
that's actually
right?
brilliant. If we do get so many patrons, then we just have to do Love on Top with continuing patrons.
I can't do four key changes.
You must.
I can't do 4 key changes
for the patrons, Zach.
I am not Beyonce, and I never will be. So.
Have more confidence in yourself, Zach. You can be Beyonce if you want to be.
Hell yeah. Yeah, they told me I could be anything, so I became Beyonce.
Let's get into it.
Yeah, we're only starting 20 minutes late. It's no big deal.
That's honestly, I thought it would take way longer with all three of us.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Oh, stream the game to me.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Nah.
That'd be helpful.
Can you see? Can you see, Pridge?
Good morning, Maggie.
So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir?
Yesterday's session didn't go so well and then ended on a giant mystery.
That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
I mean, I would argue we solved a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that we can...
We literally got the one piece of evidence that Phoenix was like, I can't get beaten up to...
We also got weenies, so we did solve our hunger.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we did get weenies, and that's pretty damn important.
That's half the battle.
Let's not forget Zach's famous line, I love weenies.
Huh? Oh, yeah, of course.
I saw that little flash of doubt in your eyes.
No, that wasn't doubt. That was,
Gas.
determination. all our Deltarune fans going crazy right now.
Why don't I believe you?
It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you.
Do you, like... You have to get led to the... You don't just, like, walk in and plop down, right?
You should probably be led. Once again, the defendant's seat is the you sit with your client.
Yeah.
So, like, she doesn't need to get led there separate. I mean, I don't know if it's
Well, in this case, the bailiffs would like lead in the defendant because this is a murder trial, right?
Also, that probably.
No,
really?
I mean, I guess. Again, it all depends on bail and such. You know, I guess if you're coming from the jail, the bailiff would lead you into the table. But once again, you sit with your you sit with the person representing you.
Fair. What are you counting?
Nothing.
Hey, pal! Hey, pal.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that.
How did you know she was stressed?
I was watching through the doorway.
Okay, that's a little creepy, Gumshoe.
I'm always watching, pal.
Oh!
You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Yeah, maybe this'll help. It's liquid weenies. I blended them myself.
Oh my god.
I have condensed the essence of weenies
into a perfume.
It's very weird that it's green. I don't know why.
It's eau de weenie, pal.
Okay, we gotta take care of this Magnus problem real fast.
Oh, that's a snuggle boy.
Now, is this gonna work? The answer is almost certainly no.
I was gonna say Missile's not in this case, so Magnus, you don't have a lot to do. But if you're okay chilling for a little bit,
Want a treat? There he goes.
Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too?
Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me you don't remember this thing.
Come to think of it, it doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles.
It's potassium cyanide. I'm getting worried the case isn't gonna go well.
I put it into your weenies.
If you don't think this case is going well, just put some of this in Godot's coffee. They'll die.
This is the small bottle that turned up at Trey's Bien's kitchen a couple of days ago.
Wow, look at all these little bottles.
Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Hey, wait
that just makes me think of the kid, the.
Wait a minute!
You know, do you all, Chad, you know what I'm talking about? The.
Wait a minute!
Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell.
We finally got the analysis results back from the lab.
So, what is it? Is it the poison?
I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication.
It's poison.
Medication?
Yeah. Weed. That's why it's green, pal. I don't know a lot about marijuana. That's just what I figured. Yeah, for ears. You rub weed on your ears and it makes them feel good. That's how it works, right?
Magnus thought that joke
Magnus
sucked.
agrees.
Magnus like, that joke's stupid, Wes.
Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently.
For ears? You mean...
Yeah, it's the medication
Ears?
Glenn Elg was using for his ruptured eardrum.
What was Glenn Elg's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? Okay, you went down. But if you go down, you better not start barking again.
Oh, I most certainly will, Father.
You probably will. What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that?
Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but...
That's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence.
Okay, pal. This is it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today, got it? I don't want any little evidence babies.
Today's trial. I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done, or my name isn't Phoenix Wright.
So what is your name?
Practice safe courtroom etiquette.
Make sure to read up on evidence law so your evidence is impregnable.
Don't let it be, never let it be evidence raw.
That's stupid.
Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims...
It was worthless.
It sucked. My soggy nards. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's account...
I really wanted Godot to finish his sentence again and for him to be like,
excuse me! The victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick?
Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it.
You've lost me already, Mr. Godot.
Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today.
So my brother was talking to me because he watches this show. And he basically said he knows why Godot bothers him so much.
Okay.
oh, okay.
It's because Godot sounds like a college freshman who just finished his first philosophy course.
Oh, yeah, he's
Yeah.
like
And
all
now-
into Kierkegaard and shit.
Yeah, and now thinks he knows so much shit.
Uh-huh.
Like, he's so proud of knowing what the cave allegory is that he has
Yeah.
to fucking never shut up about philosophy.
Yeah, he read a little bit of Proust and Kierkegaard, and he's like, oh,
Yeah, he's
shit, I know everything
Fucking
about the world.
lost it.
Yo, you won't believe what Nietzsche said.
Yeah.
This guy's
You
on
ever
some
hear
next
about
level
the
shit.
Ubermensch? It's crazy.
You didn't uber munch on my nuts, Godot.
Oh!
God damn it.
God, oh.
Also, I just read this next line. What?
Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the
Only-
times. That's one of my rules.
How many rules do you have?
Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions?
You know the answers to...
Oh, you know the answers to these riddles?
The old guy wasn't just throwing seed in here. He was throwing us off the scent. And today I'll prove it.
Very well. Let the first witness take this. Will the first witness please stand up?
Please stand up.
And you are...
Oh, bonjour, everyone! I am Jean Armstrong, the owner and head chef of Le Très Bien restaurant. Enchanté! You don't like that voice,
He
Magnus?
doesn't like the French
He
either.
does- Magnus hates the French, everybody. Or Magnus
Hey.
bleeps the French.
Hey, 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 hey.
Forgive me for asking.
Oh, god damn it, game.
Wow, they're really all about
Yeah,
this.
they really love this.
Yikes.
Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman?
You can't just ask that, Judge.
He's from the greatest generation. He doesn't
This is true.
Oh la la, monsieur! As you can see, I am le pert and perky gentleman, no?
On the day of the incident, you were in Très Bien's kitchen.
Thank you, Godot.
Yeah, I actually appreciate Godot.
Godot's like,
Godot's that line of fucking
We're just
questioning.
moving on.
He's
from
like,
this
I
one.
am not getting canceled for this one.
If I'm gonna get canceled, it's because I say something stupid.
not
'cause
canceled
someone
by
else says
association.
Isn't that right?
With you, monsieur.
Huh?
Everything feels right. Godot, or Magnus, that was my line. Magnus tried to do the ha. He went,
Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy?
Very well. Your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at Très Bien.
Oui, volontiers. When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art deco at that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Oui, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. La cup, la earpiece, and la glasses. He would have seen everything in reverse, no?
Mirror?
Oui, un grand mirror. Le most enormous mirror.
It's Mirror B from our Pokemon Coliseum Let's Play.
And suddenly, the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it.
That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front.
What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happened.
I need my coffee. Oh, wait. No, no.
Not again!
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
I hate this shit because we're going to have to visualize a reverse mirror image and prove something
Yep,
wrong.
yep.
I'm so bad at that.
I am bad at mental imagery.
Yeah.
Especially like you know those puzzles. I just remember them from like Professor Layton games where it's like a die that's folded out and you have to visualize
those.
what the
Yeah,
die
yeah,
looks
yeah,
like when
yeah.
it's all put together. Fucking hate those puzzles. I'm so bad at those.
Fuck those.
All right.
Someone in chat's about to be like, I'm really good at those. And you know what I say? I'm really proud of you.
Good for you.
Do we want to press something in particular here, Bridge, or do we want to just start using brains?
Alright, when it all happens, there were 2 customers in the restaurant. One was experimenting with some new art deck. That's pointless.
That's pointless.
Mirror between tables.
Goosey Gander cheered a bit and said, John Armstrong reveals his trap card. Mirror Force! That was very good.
Old man was looking at.
But I don't know. Let me, I guess, press these last 2 statements.
How many statements are after the next one?
That's it. Oh, wait, no, there's one more. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. This one is... The last 2 here are what I think is important.
Yeah.
Buddy.
Normally, I'd expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object.
Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, Trite, even for you.
Huh?
Okay.
Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? You're fucking
No,
canceled,
Not
right?
at all.
Where does that leave the pork-you-headed lawyer and the top-knot chick over there?
The top-knot chick.
And the ungodly cool guy with the mask over
What?
here? Well, Trite?
This sounds like a line that you would read as a joke. That you would just say. The fact that Godot just said, the ungodly cool guy with the mask over here. What?
Y'all, this dude better have, like, the most interesting backstory ever. Because I can't figure out why y'all like this loser.
He does
This
have a
dude's
good
an absolute loser.
He does
He does have a pretty cool backstory.
Yeah. Not the hair!
I do not have a top knot.
Maya, what do you... Also, Maya literally does have a top knot. I don't know what
Yeah.
she's talking about.
She probably
Yeah, I
has
mean,
just
I-
she's never
I would-
she's never looked at herself in a mirror before.
Maya doesn't know what mirrors are.
It's like, Nick, what's a mirror?
Mr. Godot is correct. Lack of normality is no basis for discounting an argument.
You do have a top knot.
I mean, just look at me. I'm a freak.
Magnus just wants so much attention right now.
I'm sorry. Oh, we got him, folks. We got him.
Folks, we got him.
Oh no, your butt's
Yeah.
falling.
We got
Got him?
We got the dog.
Okay.
Bien! Logic has won the day! What?
Okay.
Okay, so that was nothing.
Yeah. Everything? He would have seen everything in reverse. Wait, Magnus, you gotta go somewhere, because I can't use my right arm. I do need that arm.
I was just saying, you want me to hold him?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
He'd probably be down.
Come here, buddy. Oh, I got him. Oh, there we go.
Hey, that's a baby.
Oui.
Hey, Nick, we should take a second think about what old CD said in his testimony.
How did he phrase it again?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand.
I know, nobody likes Kudo, Magnus.
If he saw everything he described reflected in a mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh?
And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess. Or does it?
Alright, let's do some visualizing.
It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of a mirror, but
Do you think old CD saw everything through a reflection?
if he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony.
But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony. We just gotta dig deeper.
Look at his statement that he made.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check that.
Other
first.
than when he's like, I'm sorry.
Wait, do we have a thing for it?
Yeah, it's
yeah, it was in the last
envelope.
page.
Wait, the envelope.
Oh yeah, it's on the haiku thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
There it is.
When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's nothing.
So look at
Well-
the look at the floor plan.
No. Yeah, check. So he was sitting here.
Uh-huh. And they're saying he saw everything through a mirror.
Well, my question is if he was looking and he thought the glass fell.
I mean, that still doesn't explain the vase. Or no, the vase is intact on the table, yeah?
On the victim's table, yeah.
Yes.
So are we saying like he was looking at the mirror between the victim's table and the one next to it?
Yeah. But like
And saw
that
his reflection through that?
but that wouldn't make the other thing. Yeah, like if he's looking at a mirror and saw that as the vase, the mirror wouldn't show him the other guy but flipped. Unless it was a very specific angle, but even that I don't.
Don't. Can we look at the photo? Don't we have a photo of
Yeah.
Glenn
Yeah.
sitting there?
Yeah, the crime photo.
Yeah.
So what are we saying that?
My question is where they're assuming the mirror was the mirror at his table?
Yeah, is the mirror on the other side of this partition we're looking at?
I thought the mirror was in between the two tables, like in the middle of the restaurant, is what I thought, how he described it.
Is it? But then you couldn't see it. But a mirror's not see-through.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how that makes sense.
No, yeah, I think the mirror's on the other side of that partition,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
and the mirror is reflecting Glenn Elg. So he's looking diagonally at that mirror and sees Glenn Elg through that.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But
Well, but wait, okay.
But how would that make sense?
I think we're thinking so if they're saying he had the earpiece in his right ear and the
Skep says we're getting ahead of the game.
yeah, if he had the earpiece in his right ear and the thing on the lens on his right eye and his right. That would mean that
Mirror was
his
between the two.
well, because we found traces of the. It still wouldn't change the fact that it was the same ear that had the stuff in it, right? It would just
Yeah,
change
that
the side.
Right, it still shouldn't make... Well,
Like the ruptured ear is still the same side as the one that his earpiece was in.
well, no, because now we know the ruptured ear is... No, because... God, this is gonna be hell.
It's okay, bud. It's okay.
Can you look at Glenn... Go to Glenn O's profile.
Okay.
Alright, so in this picture, he has the scouter
Mm-hmm.
on the same side as his busted left eardrum.
Yes.
Is this picture of Glenn Elg based on what Victor Kudo saw?
No, it says right there. It's over the left eye, and the left eardrum was ruptured.
Okay, and that coincides with what Victor said?
Victor said.
Everything was on the right, didn't he?
No, he said it was on the left.
Okay.
He's claiming that he saw it backwards, and so it was really on the right, which would explain the fact that he was listening to the eardrum that wasn't ruptured.
But if that picture says on the left and Victor said it was the left, don't they match up then? Hold on, wait. What's the last statement?
The cup, the earpiece, they would have been seen everything in reverse. Hey, Magnus.
Oh, he would have seen it in reverse, so it was on the right side, but his profile says it's on the left. So factually, that's just wrong.
Yeah,
So it's a thing that we shouldn't even need to object to because it's just so obviously incorrect. So yeah, I guess that's where the confusion is.
Just Zach, just present Glenn O's profile here.
Here, why don't you sit in between us again? Because you were pretty good then.
I'm gonna say, yeah,
You were pretty good.
right here.
I'd like to take a minute, just sit right here, and tell you how I'm going to present Glenn L.
Yeah.
because about his ear.
Yeah. So I understand what the contradiction is, and it's literally just if it was in reverse. Then...
Yeah, no, I mean, I was on the right track by looking at his picture and saying, but they are on the left, so Victor Kudo was right in saying they're on the left.
Yeah.
So we're just saying that, so what we're saying is that John Claude's statement of everything being in reverse doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD.
What's that stand?
What does that stand for again, Mr. Wright?
Huff my dick, Your Honor.
And it's a standard issue, Huff My Dick, Your Honor.
Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens of his specs. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong.
He was left here without. We literally just did that.
Yeah. So to summarize, we were told...
Flashback again.
No question, it was on the left side.
We were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side.
Exactement. You see, monsieur, now that you think about it, it is not so odd, no?
No.
Known.
No.
Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction of the facts.
This contradiction, huge.
If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head?
Yeah.
Order! Order! Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been on over his right eye.
How bitter. Trite. You should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time.
Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? What?
And now for something completely different.
Phoenix, he's not asking you to
He's not asking you for an HMD, Phoenix.
Yeah, you don't need to HMD this, dude.
You don't understand the way the witness thinks.
How he thinks?
You remember this, I presume.
The I broke the vase sorry apology Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony.
Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elg?
Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece.
And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's HMD made a big impression on the old man.
I was watching a very fun interview with the guy who does the voice of a lot of the Simpsons characters. I can't remember his fucking name. He's very famous. But he made a comment about Mel Blanc, who is one of the most famous voice actors. He did the voices of pretty much every single Looney Tune. And he made a comment how Mel Blanc had an uncanny ability to blend his voices, and that it's something that all voice actors have a really hard time doing. And I don't know why I'm telling this story. It just made me think of it because I was thinking, like, what if Godot did an impression of this guy? And I was like, fuck, that's like hard to
really
do.
hard.
Hank Azaria, very famous.
Oh,
guy.
Hank Azaria, okay.
Magnus.
Why are you being so naughty? Come on, man.
He literally, every time he barks, he leads Zach away and wants to go hang out on the couch.
Idea.
Ooh. Zach has an idea.
This could be a big one, guys.
Oh!
Put him in his carrying
He's
case.
got a little house now.
He's really good at sitting in it. So I think he'll just chill
He's
there.
so good at sitting in this thing.
Guys,
I'm
It's
not- Like you, it sounds like a dumb joke thing, but he really is so good at he just sits in it.
Look at how good at sitting he is.
Dude just
if
sits.
I could be as good at sitting as that, I would be set for life.
All right.
Sorry.
I saw the earpiece in those newfangled spectacles he was wearing. Oh, yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear.
Well, trite.
That's the worst, but the best impression of Kudo ever.
Wow, I really thought he was old Seedy for a minute there. Godot's good.
It's actually really uncanny that you brought up the whole thing.
I
Right before
know,
that.
right?
He actually does a good impression of him.
Enough.
Hey, Magnus
He's
agrees
like,
too.
yeah.
I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony.
Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash.
Maya, what the
What?
fuck?
Maya, are you having a stroke?
Maya, that sucked. A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie.
Maya, that's so badly. I may have said it.
What exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears.
Oui, I can explain. Please, if you will look at the plans of la restaurant. Alors, is everyone sitting comfortably? La mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves. There is only
Okay, so
one
Zach
seat.
was right.
Uh-huh. There is only one seat from which you could have seen an image of the victim. That was la seat at the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror.
What a naughty little coquette I am, confusing all the men like this.
Don't worry about it. We can keep up, except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again.
Ugh, I hate that guy.
You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that?
Volunteer, of course.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
You're being a good boy now.
He's being so good.
Okay, so how did this change anything?
So I think it's.
Two has.
I think
So
the
I
minute.
don't think that's true.
There's only one seat where you could have seen him.
Yeah, because I mean, based on what the mirror was, you could still see him from this table across from him if you were sitting on the right, if you depending on what
Yeah.
side you were sitting on.
I do agree with that.
I don't know if that's what we're supposed to be getting at, but
I mean, we could press it and just see what he says.
yeah, I guess it's a good start. Yeah,
And where would that be?
he says that.
Yeah.
Oh la la! Look how you lean towards me. I always attract the younger boys. Maybe I should keep you in suspense a little longer.
Mr. Armstrong, tell the court what you know at once.
Mr. Armstrong,
I
go to Horny
attract
Jail.
the older ones too, you know. And some. Shall I tease you too? Yeah.
I'm already seeing a very hot someone, so I'm afraid you'll be waiting for a long time.
I bet she has a
Hi.
mocha cream skin and cappuccino perfume.
Okay, Maya, that was actually kind of funny.
Bien, I will tell you. There was only one seat from which you could have seen.
Okay, yeah. Well,
All
that didn't
right.
really help us. Let's see the table next to the victim. That's where the old man was sitting.
Trust this as well.
Yeah. So, why can you only see the victim from that one particular seat?
Mais, monsieur, it is obvious, no? If you look at the plans, you will understand. The victim would have been reflected in the mirror like so.
Yeah, but you, as Pridge just pointed out, you literally could just be seated to the
Yeah,
table south
directly
of him.
across, directly, I don't know, perpendicular to him.
If you were
horizontal
sitting
to him,
at the
whatever.
table next to him, you would see everything, no?
So that's the seat old City was sitting in on that day? When the poisoning happened?
The old man was sitting at the table next to the victim? Why does that seem kind of odd?
I don't know, but I can't even.
Okay, that was good. He moved the mirror away. Naturally, I did not touch anything else. I mean, that's red
seems-
herring
Oh,
stuff.
wait, yeah. Didn't he clean up the vase?
He only... Well, the only thing we knew about the vase was that it was not the one on the victim's table. Oh, well, this one's also standing up. So actually...
Yeah.
Oh, shit, Pridge, you fucking got
Yeah,
him!
that's it.
Yeah.
Because the thing's not knocked over.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
vase isn't knocked over there.
So
He touched the vase.
your objection might be to present his testimony somewhere or his account.
I feel like we present the photo to this phrase, though. Because he's saying he didn't touch anything else. This picture was taken right after the scene of the crime. I mean, we could say that he knocked it over, but I feel like this one makes sense to me.
I could see it being either.
It could be either,
Depending on
yeah.
Uh-huh.
How the game wants us to move this.
Let's
Feel
try
free
it.
to just
Let's try it.
set up.
Yeah, get
Nice.
fucked.
Okay.
Got him.
This piece of evidence contradicts with testimony we have heard, Your Honor.
The crime photo?
Yes, the photo clearly shows something that theoretically should not exist.
What on earth do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
Should not exist. Sounds like you're describing yourself.
God
Trike.
damn
Oh my
it!
god!
Dude, Godot.
I wish you had never been born.
Godot.
Fuck off!
God.
Why
Also,
are you such an asshole?
look at him poking his head out of this fucking bag right now. Anyways.
Do you know how many people would be? Do you know how many innocent people would be in jail right now if I didn't exist? I've got like 8 innocent people off from jail.
Well, I don't know. Maybe theoretically, if we never, maybe it's like a "It's a Wonderful Life" situation where if we didn't exist, then Edgeworth's dad never died, and so he became a defense attorney, and then he saved all those people.
Oh, we butterfly affecting this shit.
Yeah, baby.
Phoenix's.
I was gonna say somebody write.
Phoenix's birth causes the DL6 incident.
Yes. See, somebody write a Phoenix Wright "It's a Wonderful Life" fan fiction crossover. I want to read it.
Or
Now then.
everything's better if Phoenix doesn't exist.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Mia lives. Edward's dad lives. He becomes a super well-adjusted defense attorney.
Larry actually is a good person.
Larry's a really upstanding guy who volunteers at the soup kitchen every Wednesday.
Aw, and he's really respectful towards women.
Yeah, he's in a single long-term committed relationship.
Yeah, with Benifer.
Yeah. The brooch.
Yeah.
Actually, no, he actually still takes that trip to Tibet, but he has a religious conversion there, and he's actually a monk now.
And he becomes the new Dalai Lama, the Dalai Larry, or the Larry Lama.
Oh god.
The Dolly Larry. Fuck.
Now then, if the defense would please clarify its statement. What is the something that should not exist in this photo?
Glenn
Spy.
Phoenix is like, well, I'm not in it, so it's not that.
Oh, hello.
I think it's pretty obvious what should not be in this picture.
The vase? What possible connection does that have to do with this witness's testimony?
Your Honor, I'm telling you that there should have been no vase on this table. Because it very clearly contradicts with this piece of evidence.
Now you show
Okay.
Victor Kudos. There we go.
Also, Pudis, man, I love your Grossberg doesn't have hemorrhoids in the new timeline. That's really good. He's like,
oh god.
But-
Red White never became a criminal, and he's happily
and they're
married
together. Yes.
Maya didn't get accused of murder twice.
to Grossberg. Yeah. Well, of course not, because Mia never died.
Yeah. That's a
Wow.
Because Red White didn't turn evil.
Yeah,
See,
he's
it all
happily living with
connects.
Grossberg with no hemorrhoids.
that was Garathian's joke. I can't pretend to take that
And
one.
I was gonna say, except this time, Grossberg, he smells the scent of cinch limes this time instead of lemons.
Ooh, never mind. Maybe this isn't a good universe
Yeah, I was
anymore.
gonna
Friend of cinch limes.
Friend of cinch limes.
Mr. Kudo broke the vase that was sitting on the table where he was. And yet, as the court can see, there is an unbroken vase on the table next to the victim. Why? Because Mr. Kudo was not, in fact, sitting at the table next to the victim at all.
Don't be an idiot, Trite. That's impossible. That seat's the only one Kudo could have seen the victim's reflection from. Didn't you just say, don't say things that are abnormal or impossible, idiot?
Exactly.
Huh?
There is only one conclusion we can draw from this contradiction. There was no mirror in Tribulations that day. Your testimony, Mr. Armstrong, is an elaborate lie.
Mon Dieu! Don't try to confuse the court, Trite. Obviously, the witness cleaned up the vase, while the police were taking their time getting to the crime scene.
Unfortunately, Mr. Godot, that doesn't quite work for me. Mr. Armstrong already testified to the contrary. In his own words, I did not touch anything else except the mirror.
Also, Tomoko.
Him just like yelling into the.
Tomoko Joestar said Grossberg plays Splatoon instead of Fortnite. That's also very good.
Well, witness?
I love this game because I don't know if there's squids or kids.
Look, Bronco Nino, I'm a kid now, and then I'm a squid now. Well, witness?
This game just crazy?
Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself?
I was right. There was no mirror in the restaurant that day.
In light of this revelation, we return back to the original problem. Why did the victim have an earpiece in an ear in which he couldn't hear?
You only get one shot in life. There's no turning back.
Do not miss a chance
Ding,
to
ding,
flow.
ding,
This
ding,
opportunity
ding.
comes once in a lifetime. You're gonna lose your mind.
Also, in that case, shouldn't you have stopped trying to get revenge on us after you lost to us last game? It seems like actually you are currently getting a second chance at trying to beat me in court.
Godot, you already threw away your shot.
You missed your chance to flow.
If you want to
No.
claim that the mirror wasn't there, trite, then this problem is all yours. How do you explain what the old man saw?
If I can answer this, then I'll be that much closer to the truth. I can feel it.
Are you gonna be okay? Can you really solve this contradiction, Nick?
Maya, what do you think? There's more than just this one contradiction, Maya.
What do you mean?
What do you think?
Remember what Maggie told us? There was another man at the victim's table. And there was a sample CD on the victim's table. It all flies in the face of Mr. Kudo's testimony. And I think I know the reason why nothing...
the reason for me.
And I think I know the reason why nothing in this case is adding up.
And the reason is you.
Well, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer.
That was beautiful, Wes. Thank you.
Thank you. Shout out to Hoobastank. Funniest band name.
God, it really is.
Yeah,
it's such a good
absolutely
name.
the funniest band name ever. Test Icicles is also a really good band name.
Oh, damn. Yes, Your Honor. The reason behind all the contradictions in Mr. Kudo's testimony is simple.
The ear doctor made a mistake. Can you please do it? Please
Yeah.
do it.
Let me make it quick. I believe we're looking at this the wrong way. It was actually the doctor's mistake.
What?
This doctor. Let's throw him under the bus.
Yes, the doctor got the wrong ear.
Well, I believe we saw an autopsy report yesterday. One that stated the victim's left eardrum was ruptured and had medicine in it.
I'm beginning to wonder if it's not your eardrum that's ruptured, Mr. Wright. If it's not your eardrum that's ruptured.
This is no time to be playing with people's perceptions, Nick.
All right. It wasn't quite as funny as I was hoping.
The victim was a phony. He was a big fat phony.
Yeah, actually, I think that is it.
Yeah, I feel like Mr. Kudo making a mistake is the whole point. Like,
Yeah.
that's what we spent all last case doing. So
Yeah.
I think
Shit, was
Yeah.
the guy at the table actually Jin Yap? Dressed as Glenn Elg?
Oh shit, he
And
did it. He did it again.
And he put it in the wrong ear? Because he's an idiot?
ooh.
That's a good twist.
That's a spicy twist there, Zach. I think you may be right.
This case is riddled with contradictions. Yet, there is one very simple answer that clears them all up.
And what is that?
The incident Mr. Kudo witnessed and the incident the victim experienced were two completely different events.
What?
Yes, the victim that Mr. Kudo saw wasn't Mr. Glenn Elg at all. It was an imposter, a phony pretending to be Mr. Elg.
And a mogus.
Yeah. Obviously, unlike the victim, there was nothing wrong with the imposter's left eardrum. That's how he ended up wearing the earpiece in his left ear by mistake. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Order! Order in the court! Settle down or I'll clear the courtroom!
Quiet, Gramps. Why don't you clear out of here, huh?
What?
What did you say?
I'll kill you.
I'll administer some blunt force trauma to your head. I'll make you see even less colors.
Trite.
I'll have you drinking coffee through a straw, you son of a bitch.
Say,
You'll only be able to see the colors black and blue when I'm done with you.
Oh, that was good.
The only coffee you'll be getting is one through an IV drip.
Trite, are you saying that what Mr. Kudo saw was a setup?
Yes. Someone pretended to be Mr. Elg and then acted out the whole coffee poisoning. All for the express purpose of creating a witness out of one Mr. Victor Kudo.
Get real, Trite. Why would anyone want to do that?
Why do you think it to frame somebody like...
It's called framing someone. Have you not been playing
What are
this
you
game?
talking about?
Did-
The defendant wasn't a picture.
Isn't it
Well, he
obvious?
paints you a
The thing Mr. Kudo was most insistent about in his testimony was...
The serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. That's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. It's so hard to believe, but
There was one and only one reason to show Mr. Kudo this fake poisoning. To show Maggie Bird in the act of poisoning the coffee.
Are you insinuating that the waitress in the old man's story was a fake as well? It's true that there were no other customers in the restaurant at the time, but... It's also true that the chef was there. He would have noticed what was happening.
that's right. Well, witness, if your restaurant really was the scene of such theatrics, you would have known about it, correct?
Oh la la, this is most difficult for me.
No, it's quite simple. All you have to do is testify. You are under oath, after all. Was there, in fact, a phony at Tribulations that day? The defense demands that Mr. Armstrong tell the whole truth about what happened.
The defense's request for additional testimony is accepted. You will accurately explain in detail the events in the restaurant that day.
Oui.